Have you ever wondered why your cat stares at you, yowls at night, or suddenly becomes best friends with the person who doesn't like cats? Our feline friends can be full of surprises, and understanding their quirky behaviors can feel like solving a mystery. In this video, we're answering your top 10 most puzzling cat behavior questions to help you connect with your cat like never before. Stick around, you'll be surprised by what these behaviors really mean. Why does my cat meow so much? They might be trying to tell you something important. Cats typically meow to communicate with humans, not with each other. So when your cat meows, they could be asking for food, seeking attention, or simply saying hello. However, if your usually quiet cat suddenly becomes very vocal, it's a good idea to get them checked by a vet, as excessive meowing can sometimes be a sign of pain or discomfort. Certain cat breeds, like Siamese and Bengals, are naturally chatty and more prone to vocalizing. But meowing can also indicate anxiety, stress, or changes in their environment, especially if they're feeling threatened or lonely. Try paying close attention to the pitch, volume, and tone of their meows. Each sound carries its own message, so learning these nuances can help you understand what your cat needs. By tuning into the specific sounds your cat makes and the context, you'll start to see patterns and gain insights into their unique way of communicating with you. Why does my cat sleep on me? When your cat curls up on you for a nap, it's not just about comfort, it's a sign of trust and affection. Cats are instinctively cautious, and sleep is when they're most vulnerable. By choosing to sleep on you, they're saying they feel safe and secure in your presence. You're essentially their personal bodyguard. Plus, cats are drawn to warmth, and your body provides the perfect cozy spot for them to rest, especially during cooler months. Cats also tend to seek out the people they share the closest bond with. If your cat consistently chooses you as their nap buddy, it means you're their favorite. So next time they curl up on you, take it as a compliment. They're showing you trust, warmth, and a deep sense of comfort. Why does my cat headbutt me? When your cat gives you a gentle headbutt, they're doing more than just saying hello. This behavior, known as headbutting, is a way for cats to show affection and mark you with their scent. Cats have scent glands located on their heads, and by rubbing against you, they're essentially claiming you as part of their territory and letting other cats know you belong to them. Headbutting is also a sign of trust and love. It's their way of bonding with you and can be a signal that they're seeking attention. If you typically respond by petting or scratching them when they headbutt, they'll continue this behavior to get the affection they crave. So next time your cat gives you a little nudge, feel honored. They're showing you affection in their own special way. How do I get my cat to use a scratching post? Scratching is a natural behavior for cats. It helps them stretch, mark their territory, and keep their claws healthy. But if your cat prefers your furniture over their scratching post, it's time to make the post more appealing. Start by placing the scratching post in the exact spot where your cat usually scratches, whether it's the side of the couch or a favorite carpeted area. You can gradually move the post to a more convenient location once they're used to it. To encourage use, try rubbing catnip on the post or dangling their favorite toy nearby. If your cat likes to scratch horizontally, consider adding a scratching mat in addition to a vertical post. Cats are also attracted to familiar scents, so gently rub the scratching post with a cloth that carries their scent. Over time, this makes the post feel like a natural extension of their territory, and they'll be more likely to use it instead of your furniture. With a bit of patience and positive reinforcement, you'll help your cat develop a habit of using their scratching post for all their claw-sharpening needs. Why is my cat affectionate toward people who don't like cats? If you've noticed your cat gravitating toward people who don't seem to like them, you're not alone. This seemingly odd behavior actually makes a lot of sense when you consider how cats perceive body language. People who are indifferent to cats tend to ignore them, avoiding direct eye contact and making minimal movement. To a cat, this reads as respectful and non-threatening, perfect for a low-intensity interaction, which cats typically prefer. On the other hand, people who are eager to win a cat's affection might approach them directly, make eye contact, or try to pet them right away. Cats can find this overwhelming and may back off. If you'd like your cat to be more affectionate with you, try acting a bit more reserved around them. Let them come to you and consider giving them a slow blink, a common way cats show trust and affection. With a little patience, you may find that your cat becomes more inclined to seek you out on their own terms. Why does my cat yowl at night? Nighttime yowling can be puzzling and, at times, frustrating, but there are several reasons why your cat may be more vocal at night. Cats are naturally crepuscular, meaning they're most active during twilight hours. If your cat is yowling at night, they may simply be expressing their instinct to hunt and explore. To help with this, try providing enrichment activities like puzzle feeders or toys before bed to help burn off some of their energy. For some cats, yowling can also be a sign of loneliness or anxiety, especially if they're left alone at night. Consider setting up a cozy space with familiar toys and even leaving a small light on to help them feel more comfortable. If your cat is older, yowling could be linked to cognitive changes or a condition known as feline cognitive dysfunction, similar to dementia in humans. In these cases, consulting your vet can provide insight and support on how to keep them comfortable. Why does my cat stare at me? If you've ever caught your cat staring at you, you might wonder what's going on in that furry little head. Cats use eye contact as a way to communicate, and the meaning behind their stare depends on their body language. When your cat stares at you with a relaxed posture, soft eyes, slow blinking, and a curled-up body, it's a sign they feel safe and comfortable around you. In fact, slow blinking back at them is like giving them a kitty "I love you." However, if your cat's stare is accompanied by a crouched position, flicking tail, or focused eyes, they could be in playful mode, getting ready to pounce. This type of gaze is often part of their natural hunting instinct, and sometimes a cat's stare simply means they're curious, observing you closely to understand what you're doing or to anticipate what might come next, especially around feeding time. By paying attention to their posture and other signals, maybe even have a little conversation without saying a word. Why does my cat like being around water? While it's true that most cats aren't fans of getting wet, some cats are surprisingly fascinated by water. You might find your cat sitting on the edge of the bathtub, following you into the bathroom or pawing at a dripping faucet. This curiosity about water can stem from several factors. For one, running water can remind them of a natural source, and many cats prefer drinking from moving water. This is why some cats are more inclined to drink from fountains or taps than from a bowl. Certain breeds, like the Turkish Van, are even known for their love of swimming and playing in water. For other cats, it might just be a quirky preference or an interest in the sounds and reflections water creates. If your cat enjoys being around water, there's no need to worry. It's just one of their unique behaviors. Just keep an eye on them when water is present to ensure they stay safe, and maybe consider a pet water fountain to satisfy their curiosity. Why does my cat visit my neighbor's house? If your cat has been making itself at home in your neighbor's house, they might simply be acting on their natural curiosity and sense of adventure. Cats are territorial but also inquisitive creatures, and they'll often explore nearby homes, especially if they can enter through an open door or window. Sometimes cats are drawn to these places because of new smells, friendly faces, or even the promise of extra treats or petting. Your cat may also seek out other homes for comfort or companionship. If your neighbor's home is quieter, has a cozy spot they like, or offers them an escape from any household changes, they may visit it regularly. If your neighbors have their own pets, cats sometimes see this as an opportunity to socialize or assert dominance. To manage this behavior, you could collaborate with your neighbors by asking them not to feed your cat or give them too much attention. Also, ensure your cat feels safe and fulfilled at home with their own cozy spots and plenty of stimulation, like toys or scratching posts. A microchip cat flap at home can also help control your cat's movements, allowing them to return to you easily and safely. Why does my cat pee on the carpet? Finding your cat peeing outside their litter box can be frustrating, but this behavior often signals an underlying issue. Cats might urinate on the carpet due to health problems such as urinary tract infections or cystitis, so the first step is to consult your vet to rule out medical causes. If your cat is given a clean bill of health, their behavior may be rooted in stress, anxiety, or issues with the litter box itself. In some cases, cats mark their territory by spraying. This is more common in unneutered cats or in multi-cat households where they feel the need to establish boundaries. You can try a pheromone plugin which helps create a calming environment and may reduce marking. Cats may avoid a box that's too dirty, too exposed, or has a texture or scent they dislike. Make sure the box is placed in a quiet, private area, cleaned regularly, and that there's one litter box per cat, plus one extra. If your cat consistently urinates on a particular spot, place a litter box there and gradually move it to the preferred location. This can help them transition back to using the box while still addressing their need to feel secure in that space. Cats may be full of surprises, but with a little insight, their puzzling behaviors can make perfect sense. Do you have a cat mystery of your own? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And if you think you got your cat figured out, wait until you hear what they really don't like their humans doing from the video right here. You'll be shocked by some of the things on that list. Thanks for watching.